No, one of the leopards died? How did that die? Is that friendly fire? Why do I feel like a TOW-2 just hit that in the rear? Hello guys, and welcome to episode 48 of my Highway 66 campaign in WARNO, playing on the NATO side. Previously, the Jaegers made a heroic last stand. The F-16s came in and helped them out. Unfortunately, the battalion's no longer with us, but we did manage to fully secure Schweinfurt, so that's fantastic. Objective complete there. Now we're going to be dealing with the 3rd Battalion of the Panzer Regiment 11 with the Panzer Battalion 343. Apologies, I am a little bit ill today, so if I sound a bit off, that will be why. But we're going to bring in the rocket artillery. We've got the Panzer Battalion ready to go. Let's tactical battle, and we'll jump on in. Probably should have checked the map, but it doesn't make a difference because we're going to play it anyway. Alrighty, this map is a little bit difficult to play just because of all of the cover that they can hide in and around, but we'll see what we can do. It's probably just going to be a matter of coming up to this left-hand side here and dropping a load of rocket artillery on their face. Right, let's go for 4 Leopards with a Leopard 2A1 leader there. We'll bring up a couple more actually. We'll go for 6 Leopard 2A1s and then we'll go both of the Lukes, all of the Jaguars. And all of these can just start moving in that direction. We'll have a couple of Aufkadder that move ahead and get into position. I'll probably put one over here as well. And then we're going to want some artillery, so let's go for the Mars. I don't know what sort of range we're looking at here. Probably move it further to the right, just so that they have range, because they have like minimum range that you have to be wary of. Right, what I'm going to do, we're going to do one here, maybe one here, maybe one here. And if we see anything at any of those junctions, we'll unleash those shots. Alright, let's launch the battle. I'm going to put these on for return fire so that they don't just fire automatically. They can sit there and wait until we're ready to go. Okay, I'm going to make the Lukes follow the Leopards. And same with the Jaguars. I'll spread out the Jaguars behind each of these Leopards in a moment. I just want to make sure these Aufkadder get into position so we can get some good artillery on target. Oh, looks like they're already coming through there. Interesting. Let's just unleash now. Yeah, they've got some more coming down there. There's something coming down there. Oh, we're almost hitting those, but not quite. Okay. That's an absolute slaughter onto those tanks. No, one of the Leopards died? How did that die? Is that friendly fire? Why do I feel like a TOW-2 just hit that in the rear? Very strange. Because all of the tanks were dead. There was nothing that could have killed it. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well, it happens, I guess. We never have a clean opener with Leopards. It never ever happens. So we'll just carry on. I'm going to make sure these are on attack, move, follow orders. Let's bring up a couple more. The Aufkadder can just move up for us and find us targets. We also need to make sure that we get the leader in here to stop the tick. Gotta slow down their conquest points coming in. Alright, BMP-1 taken care of. Just gotta be taking a bit of a wide berth from these buildings, because there could be enemy infantry in those. It's going to be difficult for me to flush them out, honestly. Let's just make sure these Mars move in case they get counter-batteried. And we'll bring up some supply for those. There's a bunch of infantry over there. Let's just go hunt those down quick. I don't want my Aufklärer here to get overrun, so we'll go and support them. I do have the Lars ready to go as well, so we can always make good use of those. But I think what I want to do with the Lars is just kind of hit some of these buildings. Knock on the door of those and just make sure that there's not any infantry in them, and if there is, then the AI might move them because they're taking damage. Nice, clean them out. We'll just reverse back there and then we can start spreading out in the opposite direction. Lars trying to do their job. Alright, let's just keep moving on. Try and get the Aufklärer in the building there. I'll bring up a couple extra leopards to the left side here to support the Aufklärer. Alright, so 43 more points worth of morale to go. We'll probably find a bunch in Bravo. Not so much in Charlie, but we're still going to push in that direction. Just keep these spread out. Right, we just keep pushing here. Good. Very nice. Okay, clean them out very easily. Let's bring up some of these M113s just to make sure we've got stuff to repair with. Right, I can use the Mars quite liberally. Got them ready to go. These Lars I'm not going to bother reloading, but we will move them. This is why I put rockets into this compound. But it looks like our vehicles got the job done there, so no problem. Alright, we'll wait for the Alcada to move up with us. We've got the M113s on the way anyway. What I might do is just drop some rocket artillery into the trees there, maybe some into that tree line as well. Right, T-55 taken care of. Just going to bring in the MG here to help kill the Mudschützen, I think. Alright, let's just speed things up. Oh, the Leopard there took a side shot. Well, we'll just keep moving forwards a little bit because that artillery is coming in. The M113s can just move up behind. I'm not going to use the road here because I don't know if there's anything that could ambush us. Getting some counter battery going would be a good idea just to try and deal with some more morale. Pretty close though, I don't know exactly where it is. There. Interesting. Kill? Oh, lots of infantry. Crikey. All coming out the woodwork. Good. Alright, slowly chunking through the morale here. We're far enough forwards that the leader is in the sector. Right, here go the Mars again. That Akata is worth some points. We should probably go and kill that. Those M113s got drained.
Der Kommandant begrüßt Sie an Bord. Wir sind Flugabwehr, verdammt! Wo ist unsere Sicherung? Wir bewegen alles. Kampf verstanden. Sind unterwegs. Ende. An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet.
Okay. We'll try and hunt down that artillery and maybe the T-55s back there. I'm going to leave my leader here. Okay, good. Some more kills to be had here actually from the Leopards. Let's keep pushing across. It's kind of heading towards the spawn. I might just leave these ones back here and just push with the rest.
Sind unterwegs. Ende. Bravo 1, wir sind ganz Ohr. Jaguar an alle. Funküberprüfung kommt. Geräuschdisziplin. Panzer halten! So, nicht schießen! Wir geben auf! Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze!
Nice. Oh, we see groups of artillery there.
An alle Einheiten! Feindgerichtet!
Groups of tanks, sorry. Artillery.
Nicht schießen! Panzer halten! Was sind Ihre Befehle? Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kameraden? Verstanden.
That might be enough to just finish the job. Nice, double kill.
Beziehen neue Feuerstellung.
Let's bring in some more Mars. We'll go for the counter battery. We'll just go for the T-55s here as well.
Können für schweres Sperrfeuer sorgen. Und Freund und Feind nicht viel. Kennt nur Flächenziel. Ihre Befehle, Herr Hauptmann. Scheiße, Mann.
Nice, okay. That does the trick. Very, very good. Alright, relatively clean. Apart from that random unit dying at the start there. What killed it? Yeah, it was a Jaguar 2. Wow. A TOW-2 killed my Leopard 2A1. That's impressive. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. But I guess the concentration of Jaguars behind the Leopards made it happen. It must have just exploded right on top of the Leopard 2A1. That's absolutely crazy. Never seen that before. Wild. Alright, well, let's move on.
Tally 2. Okay, he's got a missile off. Good hit on one.
Right, a nice successful battle, which is going to leave that unit in a lot of pain. Unfortunately, not much we can do to follow up. I can move closer, but honestly, yeah, we can't really follow up much more than that. And I don't think I want to move my flag grouper much here. I guess I could move them up like so. The AA back on just so that it covers Schweinfurt a little bit. That artillery can just move all the way to the front. Wonderful. Alright, so what am I going to do with these guys? I might come round with one of them, or even two of them, to kind of push with this lot towards Fulda. Let's send a couple of armor battalions that way. We'll have another one join us on this front with the mechanized infantry. The artillery can go with those tanks there. We've already got this one up front. We've got this one there. We don't really need that much more to push through to Schweinfurt. Just need these ones to push through to Fulda. I think that's what we need. Okay, so next thing to do, I think we just push these up here. Go like so, and like so. They're not going to be in range to attack anything, but certainly putting the pressure on, which is good. Move forwards the artillery slightly, just in case they get attacked. That will be able to help them out. Okay, so that looks like this side completely done. Now we've got to sort out this problem. So previously, the 1st Battalion of the 30th Met got surrounded. Like their supply line got cut off. So we're going to have to take out the 1st Battalion of the Moschütz Regiment 16 in order to get that back. So just got to work out how I want to do this, because we only really have one attack that we can make. And we're slowly but surely being surrounded. I can get the 2nd Battalion, the 64th Armoured Battalion, just sit like bang in the way of the 3rd Battalion, the March to Surrender at 16, so we don't have to worry about them as much. But yeah, I think we just have to force the attack here. I will bring up the leader as well. We'll just overwhelm this unit. That's going to be a total victory just with the 3rd Battalion of the 64th Armoured, actually. So we could take that. I'm just going to add the HQ unit to this because it might spread out some of the kills onto the HQ unit. Alright, we'll just sort of resolve that, of course. And they're going to flee. These are actually really low on fatigue, but they can take a defensive battle, so we'll just move all the way back down here. I can, of course, follow up on another attack, but I am going to disorganize my unit, so we don't want to do that. I'm going to move the 10th Engineer Battalion behind. We're going to move back the AA slightly. Make sure that doesn't get hit. This artillery is in a bit of a precarious position. I think what we do is we just kind of shift some of this stuff back. Leave it like this. Okay. Wonderful. So that should make it so that the 3rd Battalion of the Muchos Regiment 16 can't attack the artillery here. If they attack the HQ unit, we'll have the helicopters to back us up, so I'm not feeling too bad about that one. Yeah, we'll see. We've also got the 3rd Battalion, the 68th Guards coming over, which is a lot of T-62s and the BMP-2s there. Alright, so this is going to be something to look out for at the end of the turn, but moving on, it's time to deal probably with the 3rd Battalion, or the Panzer Regiment 14, their HQ section. So, multiple T-72s, BMP-1s, some artillery. We've got loads of M2A2 Bradleys, like actually loads of them. Just check and see if we have any tanks amongst these. I don't think we do. Mechanized infantry do. They have M1 Abrams. Yeah, I think we'll just have to commit with the TOW-2s against the T-72s. There's no real other way to do it. I might be able to use A-10s though. Huh. Yeah, now I think about it, we might be able to just like push down here, for example, and see if there's any AA set up. And if there isn't, then we're good. We'll have the 4th Battalion of the 7th Cavalry. Or the 4th Squadron, sorry, of the 7th Cavalry. Move up to face off against the 2nd Battalion of the Panzer Regiment 15. Good. This mechanized infantry doesn't need to join them, but we could use the HQ section to provide some support there. Yeah, let me use this unit, just drive all the way down here. Right, none of this AA is set up, I don't think. I'll send the mech imp here this way, and we'll have the 4th Battalion of the 8th Mechanized Infantry just head straight up. Cool. That works. Perfect. Alright, so we can see that the AA is not set up, which means I can bring in probably A-10s to help here against the T-72s, because this is going to be quite a intense battle against those. Alright, air support. Actually, before we do that, Might just be able to shift forwards the AA here slightly. Let's just get the VKK out of the way. Put them there. Oh, that's like the one place I couldn't put them. I'll put them there instead. Alright, that covers the entire front. Good. And then we bring in the A10s. Where are they? Which ones do we bring? We want ones with the extra AT planes. Both of them have lost at least one AT plane. So it doesn't really matter which one we bring. Interesting map. Let's tactical battle. We'll jump on in. Okay, so really nice map actually for the A10s. It's actually a good map for the TOW-2s as well on the Bradleys. So as long as we're, you know, spreading out enough and keeping good recon, we should be absolutely fine here. So we'll send up a few recon Bradleys. We want to make sure that we're engaging at maximum range, so not going to put any of these too close. And then we back them up with extra fire teams with Bradleys.
Ready, sir. Need some extra eyes, sir.
I'm not sure what to do about this tree line, because that's going to cause the T-72s to get too close. I'll use a mech rifle leader,
Call for a cab.
and we'll run it up to this tree line, and then we can just cover this road at a distance with the other M2A2s. Let's do that.
War Daddy to Red Leader. I'm listening.
Okay, let's get one up on the ridge.
Radio
We'll
check.
put
Red
one
16, over.
just here. More of these Bradleys.
At your order.
We get a lot of Bradleys, it's nice. And then we'll do some A10s. Make sure we get all of those A10s out.
War Daddy to Red Leader. I'm listening.
Might go for another couple recon Bradleys just up on the ridge here.
Tank ready.
Just drop into these buildings and that tree line.
What are your orders, sir?
Okay, let's launch. See what we find. I am going to send an M577 just to cap this. That is the one thing I forgot.
Any target? Waiting for instruction.
We're nice and spread out. Should be able to cover all of these Bradleys with each other's TOW-2s. We'll find the concentration and hit it with the A10s.
Waiting for order. Yes, Captain. This is Red 2. Closing on them, sir.
Right, A10 out and about. Ready to hunt down these targets.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
The Afghan's not staying in position, so we can gun run them, although these are better targets.
Open your eyes.
If we can keep line of sight on them at least.
Touchdown.
We're killed by the A10.
Ready. Waiting for instructions. Yes, sir. Platoon formed and ready. Hold position.
I don't want to push forwards the fire teams too aggressively.
Ask questions later.
We are slowly capping this side.
Position. Waiting for comms. Right up.
We'll let the recon Bradley go first.
Hunting for commies.
Oh, just missed.
Go on my way.
That is a Strela. We'll give it a little strafe. It is 3 veterancy, so it has a chance to hit. Unless it doesn't even fire before the A-10 gets the job done. Nice. I'm going to bring up a line of Bradleys on the left-hand side here. We'll line them up here and we can push to the right. And I can put the AT-4s in the tree line.
Just give me a target. Waiting for orders. Watch out for the red. Report Annie, the red leader. I am listening. Enemy spotted. At your orders. Roger.
Oh, here we go. T-72 is on the way. Time for the A-10 to shine.
Friendly hit. Good job, Gunner. Going there.
Nice. That's really good.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
Bradley positioning was pretty spot on.
Tank ready. Calm down speed, driver. Just give me a target. I got him! Copy, this is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Winchester, we've got them. Just give me a target. Sergeant Highway is hit! All there!
I will just keep that alive. There's no point in losing it for free. Send a couple of supply vehicles to go fix that up.
I hear you loud and clear. Copy. Ignite, gentlemen. We're going in. Hull ammo spent. Raven 4, waiting for action. Engage, on site. Touchdown. On my way.
Good kill.
Any target? Squadron ready. Going there. This is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Ranger 5, ready.
You can see how I've set it up so that when it comes in, it's getting hit from multiple sides. Working out really, really well.
What do you need, Captain? Full throttle.
The A-10s are just here for security, really, making sure the Bradleys don't die.
Raven 4, waiting for action. Bullseye. Go on. I got him! Ah, I'm hit. Roger, this is Red 2. Enemy spotted. What are your orders, sir?
Might have to worry a little bit about enemy AA, so can't get too complacent here.
Closing on them, sir. Everybody, check your ammo. March formation. Move out. Hit.
Good kill on the Shulker. It's a free T-72 kill there.
On my way.
Go hunt that down.
Got it. Right up. Get in formation.
Perfect.
Squadron ready. What are your orders, sir? I've got him! At your orders. Hunting for commies. On my way.
I know there's AA here somewhere, so
Platoon formed and
I'm
ready.
a bit apprehensive about pushing my A-10 over there to hunt down some of these units.
Copy. Right up. Okay, sir.
But we can have my Bradleys move up, I suppose. I'll be able to deal with the BMPs quite easily.
Yes, Captain. Hold position. On my
There's
way.
the Strela 2M. We'll just shoot it directly if we can. Last time didn't have a chance to fire at us. Worked out quite well. Yep.
Bullseye.
Nice.
Move and open your eyes. Be careful. Enemies nearby. Waiting for instruction. Move, but watch our flanks.
I'll let the M2A2s go first because I don't want the recon to be focused down. The recon Bradleys don't have as much armor, so got to be a bit careful.
Move and open your eyes. Be careful. Enemies nearby. Good job, gun. On my way. They spotted us. Recon unit at your fallback. Stop and have a look around. Squadron ready. Successful hit. Get ready to engage.
Okay, much as a Piotr.
Red 6, mount it up. Is there something you want burned out there? Just give me a target.
Right, not many kills to go now.
Out there, you shoot first and ask yes, Captain. Copy, sir.
Gonna keep the Bradleys down here.
Ready,
We'll wait till this is fixed up and then we can push forwards. Actually, I could bring this one over.
Calling on them, sir. Waiting for order. This is
There's no reason we can't push up with that recon Bradley instead.
ready to attack control.
TOW-2s are just perfect for killing these T-72s.
Successful hit. Yes, Captain.
It's what, 25 AP versus 15 front armor?
Good job.
Job done. We lost one M113. That was it. A10, really good job from both of those. Well, all three of them, I suppose. Nice. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Although we are going to be doing a follow-up attack here, probably without the A10 support, so that will be next. Alright, let's push up with the 1st Battalion of the 39th Mech here. We'll just shift these up. I did want to move all of these to see, you know, if there's anything I can do with attacks from these guys before I finish off using action points from these guys, because in theory these could both kind of move up towards Bad Orb, whilst these ones can use up some of their fatigue to attack these guys, and therefore I keep the fatigue low on these guys and then they can push up towards Fulda. I'm just going to move up this one as far as I can. Same here. Just get all of those to move up. That's absolutely fine. Anything on the back here? Nope. Okay. So, these are actually pretty low on fatigue, so I can't use these. Actually, I say that. They're 5 out of 8, so I can use them for at least one attack. Like, we could just quickly kill off this artillery, for example, with an auto-resolve. Cool. And then we can have the 4th Battalion of the 68th move up. That would technically be a draw. We'll move the helicopters up. I can use the HQ unit here as well. Actually, no, I can't. Never mind, because that's an auxiliary. So it'll have to be the 3rd Squadron of the 7th Cav. Alright, let's auto-resolve that. Could wipe out that unit of T-80s completely. Did lose 3 tanks from that. Crikey. Okay. Then I'll just kind of shift them out the way. so that the next set of units can come up and push as well. Okay, another 2 tanks dying to the artillery. The Jaeger battalion can start a fight. If I then back it up with the helicopters, that might be the right play. Another total victory. Did lose 4 helicopters. Okay. Yeah, auto resolves are pretty rough. I wouldn't be doing them if I didn't think that these battles would just be tedious. But it doesn't look like any of these will be able to assist with these two. So it's going to be up to the 2nd Battalion of the 30th Mech and the 1st Battalion of the 7th Mech to clean these up. Also, the 1st Battalion of the 39th actually can probably just hit the 134th Resvedka Battalion to take them out. We can have this mechanized infantry just move to the front. That's absolutely fine. Field artillery can move up slightly. Let's just get the VKKs up and the military police here. They can both move up. We'll have that kind of protect the flank there. Just making room to move up that field artillery. Okay. Tanks might as well move all the way to the front. That's fine. I'll move forward that artillery slightly. Aviation brigade. And actually get involved in that battle. Probably worth doing. Just to kind of auto-resolve that. This is going to be a battle like so. Why would that be a draw? I mean, that would be a major victory. I don't know where they're getting this 4 strength from. I guess artillery? I'm going to auto-resolve it anyway. Yeah, because it's going to be a total attacking victory. There you go. And then we do this one. We're going to have to play that one out for sure. Alright, cool. That's going to be the battle for next time. The 2nd Battalion of the 30th Mech and the 11th Aviation Brigade will chop down some more T-72s. And we will have crushed their entire offensive towards Frankfurt. Nice. Alright, we're doing well. Apologies again that I'm a bit ill. Probably sound awful, but yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.